Hi, my name is Kira Lingle, and my speech is on why community college is a great option compared to a four-year school. College. Just the word makes me feel stressed. Choosing a college is one of the biggest impending stresses on senior high school students. As a senior myself, I can attest to this. It has been a huge weight on my mind. I ask myself questions like, where should I go? What if I pick the wrong school? What if it's too much work and I can't handle it? Or even worse, what if I acquire an enormous amount of student debt? But my mind was put at ease when I started at Bucks Community College my junior year of high school as a dual-enrolled student. Not only was I gaining college credits while still in high school, but I also had come to realize that I didn't have to be afraid of college anymore. The atmosphere, the teachers, the students, even the staff felt so positive and welcoming. I felt like I could really succeed in college, whereas before I was just very intimidated by it. Most of all, I felt like my teachers wanted me to succeed as well. With community college making such a huge impact on my life, my question is, why is community college considered a fallback or a backup plan when things don't work out, or even not a real college? Why is the stigma still so heavily impacting students when they seek out this option? Community college is more than a backup plan, and it should be considered a viable option for higher education. My hope for this speech is that before you settle on an expensive four-year school, I can convince you to consider community college as a valid option because of its financial benefits, less stressful environment, and quality individualized education. Firstly, I want to talk about the most important thing about community college: the money. Now, it is a pretty well-known fact that community college is far less expensive than a four-year school. In an article published in January 2021 on the Mount Wachusett Community College website, we see the significant difference between the two prices. They say the average university cost for a private four-year university is $37,650 per year. Compare this to the 2020 to 2021 school year tuition and fees for attending Mount Wachusett Community College, which is $5,668. Just by looking at it, you can tell the dramatic difference between the two prices. Community colleges offer an outlet for higher education for those who do not have the financial means to attend a four-year school. The financial issue is addressed in a TED Talk about erasing the stigma behind community college. Herschel B. Burton III talks about his experience attending a four-year school and then encouraging his daughter to attend the community college that he's a professor at instead. He puts the financial issue very plainly in this quote: "There are over 44 million people in the United States, including me, not my daughter, but including me, who have college debt. We are creating a nation of debt that is unpayable." Now, for some of you, this might be a, wow, it's so much less expensive and no student debt, that's amazing kind of moment. But for others, you may be thinking, wow, it's so much cheaper. That must mean that the quality of education is really bad. The answer to this is what I think the most wonderful thing about community college is. Community colleges sets their goal to give individualized attentions to students because of the smaller classroom sizes. This offers teachers the time to give their attention to their students and make them feel good about being in their class. Heather Wiley, a college professor at Shasta Community College, explains this concept in her TED Talk on community colleges and our collective future. In summary, she urges teachers to stop educating and start connecting with students on a personal level and helping students connect to their coursework. Her main point being that community colleges offers this level of connection. She concludes her talk with this compelling call to action. We need all of you to help us change the conversation from community colleges as places of last resort to institutions of innovation and inspiration and social change, places that connect and thus inspire and nurture our community's most important asset, all of you. We've discussed my personal experience with community college, the rates of community college compared to a four-year school, and also the quality individualized education to show that community college is a great option to consider before rushing into a four-year school. Knowing this important information, we can begin to tear down this stigma surrounding community college. So before you decide to go spend tons of money on a four-year school, take a moment to research and consider the benefits of community college. Even if it's just a starting point and you decide to go to a four-year school later in life, you can graduate with an associate's degree without a huge amount of student debt. Community colleges provide an opportunity to build career skills and attain qualifications in an affordable way. It's more than a backup plan. It can be a next step for determining your vocational interests and be an inspiration for students to keep advancing in their education and their career goals. Thank you.